Hello, my name is Cindy Matalucci, and you're watching The Pulse, where we get the 411 on all the latest and greatest things to do in this amazing city, San Diego. This episode of The Pulse was brought to you by Windus Fernandez Brinkkord from Trilogy Financial Services. For all your financial needs, Windus and her team have got you covered. We are on location today at Blissful Seeds. Shout out to them for letting us use their beautiful space for our introductions. On today's episode, we start our show on location at Trilogy Financial Services with our financial expert, Windus Fernandez Brinkkord. We discuss how to financially start your 2025 right. Next, it's all about music. First, we sit down with multi-talented artist, veteran, and firefighter, redefining hip-hop and R&B, Jerzey Julz, for an exclusive interview. Then, we end our show with two country artists, James Hollingsworth and Molly Lovette, whose brand new single, Fixin Too, has been making waves since its release on February 21st, and they are heading to the top. Many people are very stressed out about their finances right now, so it's the perfect time to make sure that we are on track for financial success. We sit down with Windus from Trilogy Financial to help us take stock of our budget, our debt, and our investments, and check them against our financial goals. Check this out. I'm so excited. We are on location today at the offices of Trilogy Financial Services. We're joined by our financial expert, Windus Fernandez Brinkkord, Senior Vice President of Wealth Management at Trilogy. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Thanks for having us in your office today.
Yeah, I'm so glad this worked out.
It's amazing, and we love the set, and we're matching the set. It's perfect. So today, everybody, we are going to talk about 6 financially smart ways to start 2025. However, before we get started, Windus, I wanted to know if you can tell the viewers just a little bit about Trilogy and what you guys do.
Right, so we are a full-service financial planning firm. We focus on really meeting the client where they're at, understanding what their needs are, and designing a plan that helps them get to where they're trying to go. For us, our goal is to understand what your needs are and then design the plan to that. So we can help you understand how to collect Social Security, how to best maximize your tax deductions inside of your retirement accounts, make sure you have Roth money. So we're really versatile.
Okay, so people are pretty stressed out in 2025 with their finances right now. It's just been a little bit volatile. So it's time to make sure that we're on track for financial success. It's time to take stock of our budgets, our debt, our investments, and check them against your financial goals. So you have some tips for us today. So the first thing that you and I were talking about was revisiting your budget, your household budget, right?
The thing that amazes me the most is that when we start our financial planning process with clients, we always start to talk about, do you know what you spend? And pretty much 9 out of 10 clients comes to us and they don't actually understand where their money goes on a monthly basis.
Wow.
We have tools that we can use to help clients with this, but it's really important to understand what it takes to live your lifestyle, because how could you possibly know how much you need to be saving for retirement if you don't know what it takes to live the lifestyle you want to live?
And with inflation, I'm assuming people have to adjust their budgets too.
Yes, egg prices
I was just going to say, it's like $9 for eggs.
No, it's so crazy. Yes, but you know, we use a 30-year average of inflation because times like this can, pass. We don't want to overreact and increase our projections for inflation. Inflation has been historically low though, so it doesn't surprise us we're seeing a little uptick right now. Hopefully, things in government will not force that to go higher.
And you have your own chicken, so that's a good thing for people to think about too.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I can guarantee you those chickens are so expensive to take care of that it's,
it's kind of
break even maybe.
So do you have any tips when it maybe comes to tariffs or anything about the markets that we can tell the viewers?
I think that the biggest things with tariffs are understanding that not all tariffs are going to spike inflation the way that we might have a lot of fear around, and staying away from tariffs on our direct partners like Canada and Mexico are probably more important than some of the other tariffs on the table. So we just have to wait this out and see how it goes. Because in the first Trump administration, tariffs were put into place, those tariffs didn't increase inflation. So just because tariffs go into place does not mean you're going to see a spike in inflation.
Okay.
So we have to take a little bit of a wait and see.
Okay, so your emergency fund, I feel like now more than ever, an emergency fund is like more important, right?
Well, I think an emergency fund is always important. It's you just, depending on how complex your life is, you never know when you're going to need to just take a month off of work, or maybe you've been laid off. We have seen an increase in tech layoffs where we've had clients who've been laid off for longer periods of time than we anticipated. So having a proper emergency fund gives you the peace of mind to be able to get through that before you have to tap into retirement accounts. So big fan of having emergency fund.
And then how much do you think you should allocate for emergencies? Obviously, it probably depends on the person.
Oh, it varies so wildly depending on how much income you earn, how stable your job is. Like, that's really going to determine it. But I think a good rule of thumb is a $20,000 emergency fund is at least a robust place to start.
Okay.
Unless your expenses on a monthly basis are $20,000, and then maybe we need more.
Okay, and then you should have it in a safe liquid account, right?
Yeah,
to be able
so
to
that
get to
base
it.
emergency money just needs to be in a bank account. Sure, you can use a high yield savings account if you'd like, but that's the money that we wouldn't recommend you invest. And then above that, when you have more emergency money, then we can invest some of that to earn a little more.
Okay, that's perfect. And then what about debt? That's on everyone's mind right now.
Well, and it's, to me, what debt you have is what's really important, right? Like, we obviously have left the low interest rate environment. So all debt right now is very expensive. How your debt calculates interest, which is called amortization, is very important. Car loans tend to be a little bit more favorable. They don't hurt as much as something like a credit card interest rate. Personal loans with a fixed interest rate tend to be better than the variable credit card interest rates or the way that the credit card amortizes their debt. So it's really important to be educated on how much interest you're paying on the different types of debt you have.
So what about making sure that you're on track with your goals? I mean, it sounds like people should be meeting with their financial planners to make sure that they're on track for everything for the year?
Like, financial planners should be having review meetings with their clients. It's almost like a dentist cadence, like every 6 months, because sometimes those meetings are a 15-minute check-in, but
Right.
sometimes in those meetings we start to uncover the roof might be leaking, maybe there's problems with your kid and you might need to start to budget for private school or tutoring, or life really throws a lot at people. And so every 6 months is a way for you to stay in touch with your financial planner and to have someone that you can bounce financial advice off of.
Okay, so what about updating insurance and estate information?
It's a good punch list, right?
Right.
Obviously, us being in California, the fires that we've had, making sure that you have adequate homeowners insurance.
Right.
Like, we don't do that. We refer out for that. Making sure you review your policies annually. Do you have an appropriate amount of umbrella coverage?
Right.
The life insurance is something that we do like to check in with our clients on an annual basis. Is this coverage the right amount? Have you had a life change? Do we need more coverage? Have you had a child?
Do you
have a
switch
mortgage?
a beneficiary or something?
Correct.
Right?
So I think it's always good to pause and look at the insurance coverage.
What's the best way for someone to contact you if they want help with their finances? Just go to the website. I know you do a consult.
They can go into the website. They can reach out to me through the website via email. And yes, we do a consult here.
And we have the website below, everybody. Well, I just want to say thank you. You always make me feel so much better.
Thanks for having me on the show.
For more information on Windus and her team and how to book a consult, you can go to trilogyfs.com. From the heart of Orange, New Jersey to the world, Jerzey Julz is breaking boundaries in music while serving his community. Julz is also a military veteran, a firefighter, and community leader, providing that passion and purpose go hand in hand. We sit down to see what's in store for this dynamic artist. Check this out. Hey everybody, it's Cindy Matalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. I'm so excited today. We've got multi-talented artist, veteran, and firefighter, redefining hip-hop and R&B, Jerzey Julz. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Cindy? Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you. I'm just so excited about your story. It's so amazing. So I want to start with your story because I know that you started in music. Well, actually, you started as a firefighter. So I want to find out how you were in the military for 13 years and then made that transition from firefighter to the music industry.
Oh man, the transition definitely was not an easy one. First and foremost, shout out to all my fire dogs out there. I came from the 177th and the 166 Air National Guard units. That's in New Jersey and the Delaware Air National Guard. I spent 13 years in the Air Force Air National Guard as a firefighter, fire captain, and stuff like that. I'm actually still a firefighter, still a fire captain, an EMT, and stuff like that. I have my own training business doing CPR and stuff. So the transition wasn't smooth. It was just, had to be true to myself, and I always felt like music was my calling. I've been doing music all my life, even played the trombone since the fourth grade as well and stuff. So, it was just trying to get used to juggling both.
I know. Well, how do you balance it all? Because that seems like a lot.
I don't know, man. I just do it. It's all about will and determination at the end of the day. It's all about how bad you really want it. And, obviously sleep is definitely not in the picture and TV is out the way and stuff. It's just like laser sharp focus. I don't want to let my team down. I don't want to let my family down, my kids down. There are a lot of people, my artists down and stuff like that. So my teams. It's a lot of people dependent on me, and I'm here for it.
I love that so much. Okay, so I have to ask you, what is it with this record label? Because this is really exciting news, right? So you are a music executive. You have this record label, which is Silent Fame Records. So I want to talk about this. Let's talk about how you were inspired by this label.
Oh man, I was inspired by the label. It wasn't just me, but I've been doing it personally since the music officially since 2011. And then I got with one of my partners, Sean Stills. Everybody calls him Gotti and stuff like that because he looks like him a little bit and stuff. The way he moves and operates is like very structured and stuff like that. So I got with Street Fame Productions, and then we ended up linking up with Eric Hell, but we call him Sean Stills. So we linked up with Sean Stills, an innovative communication group, and then we linked up with Nolan Bellamy, and then we linked up with Holly Davidson. And it just like we all just like paired out and put our heads together, our companies, our ideas, resources, and here we are.
What's your vision for Silent Fame's records? Your inspiration and your vision for this?
Man, my vision is crystal clear. It could seem a little blurry because it's coming off so fast, but it's crystal clear. Where I'm an artist as well, and I have 3 artists under me: Make a Billion, G6, and King T Baby, as well as Michael Wagner, DJ Chain, TMZ Live. We have Soul Sick out in the West. Our vision is to actually give the artists the major platform, the major promo, the major marketing that an independent artist would love to have as a major artist, as well as giving them the opportunity to stay independent in their own rights.
So is this something different? Because it kind of seems like a different type of record label. So what would you say sets you apart?
Literally the artists, all they have to do is log into the platform, and everything that they need is literally at the palm of their hands. From major collaborations from big artists such as Wiz Khalifa's the top one, Rick Ross, and Sean Kingston's on there. We have a lot. I'm not gonna give it all too much. I want everybody, I want to give them all the game and stuff. But it's definitely something I've never seen before. Something that I admire that, because like I've been in the game for a while and stuff. I've been through a lot, had some deals myself and all that as well and stuff. So I've seen a lot, done a lot, and experienced a lot. And this is a platform that we've never seen before.
I love that. And then I also just want to mention, I was watching your iHeart, right? Your show. Can we talk about this show? Because it's so cool. I mean, it seems like it's called Real Talk Show too, right? So can you give me the scoop on this?
Yes, man. Oh man, first and foremost, I have to give gratitude where it's placed. I wasn't thinking about getting into radio. My man DJ Chasey from New York, he's down right now in Charlotte, but he's actually down here with me in South by Southwest Texas and stuff. He met me like a year and a half ago. He said, "Hey man, you ever thought about doing radio?" And I said, "Nah." And then he put it in my head, and I've linked up with a great radio team, Credit Corey, Carmel's Going Green, and we just started killing it. And it's been a lot of people that's like got some influence inside the music game that has been very receptive to us and actually see the vision and share the vision with us, and just been showing love, sending artists here and stuff like that. And it's just growing like beyond our control. We just had Mama Jones on the show like that. You know, we all love
yeah,
Mama.
I was dying. She is hysterical. That was a funny segment.
Yeah,
Are you
it get like that. No gossip, just real talk, but it could go however, we're going with the flow, and the energy is great. Energy never lies and stuff. And we're here. Make sure everybody follow the show, man. Can't wait to see everybody at the Real Talk Show #2, even though we #1.
and they can do
That's why
that
I like that.
on an app, right? Can they download an app and on iHeart?
Yes, download the app as well. You can stream all the episodes, all the interviews, the Real Talk Show Network. That's on all streaming platforms.
I love it. Okay, so what's next for you? Because you're doing so many things. I mean, you're taking over the world. I see a Jerzey Julz takeover. But I mean, what's next for you?
What's next for me is right now I'm focusing on building the label up, Silent Fame Records, with my partners, and as well as continuing like doing a joint venture with my management company, Silent Grind Productions. That's Instagram, Silent Grind _PROD. And we already have some talents under the roster already. Soul Sick, Michael Wagner, DJ Chain, Make a Million, G6, King T Baby, myself as well. I love doing music as well, so like it's definitely a great thing. We're just gonna build up the roster, build up the label, and make sure we follow the blueprint that we got laid out.
I love that. And then you have some concerts coming up too, right? As well. Can you tell us about that?
Hitting all the points. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can't forget that April 13th, we're going to be live down in Richmond, Virginia. So if any artists, any producers, anybody that want to be in A&R, be part of Silent Fame Records, come and tap in with me. April 13th, Richmond, Virginia at the My Center. I think that's on Broad Street in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to Jersey Mike. It's going to be music by Sir RJ. He on the radio down there. Co-hosted by Cakes. She's the co-host on the radios down there. She's doing her thing. She's a dope artist as well. Can't wait to see you guys. Also have May 31st. We're going to be in New Orleans with Hollywood Pompey.
Oh my gosh,
man.
that's going to be fun.
Yeah. I mean, this is life, man. You know what I mean? Tomorrow isn't promised, so we're going to live it today for sure.
Well, I love it. Well, I am so happy you joined us today. We'll have all your links up so everybody can follow you. And I just want to say congratulations on all your success and everything you're doing. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Oh man, we're from Jersey, so we're gonna cross paths now. It's already in the universe, and I'm down at the shore all the time too. Don't tease me with a good time now.
I'm gonna contact you when I come to visit my family who's still there.
Oh man, I'm still here with Worldwide now, so who knows? I might even see you in your neck of the woods where you're at nowadays. So you know how it go. Well, but make sure you guys follow me. My name is Jerzey Julz, JERZEY _JULZ. Can't wait to see everybody. Make sure you guys tap in. silentgrind.futurelabel.io. Again, that's silentfamerecords.futurelabel.io. See you guys soon.
For more information on Jerzey Julz, you can go to silentfamerecords.futurelabel.io and follow him on Instagram at Jersey_Julz. We were so excited to talk with James Hollingsworth and Molly Lovette, whose brand new single, Fixin Too, has been making waves since it was released in February. Blending classic country storytelling with modern charm, Fixin Too has quickly become an anthem for taking chances and chasing your dreams. We find out how this duo came together and so much more. Watch this. I'm so excited today. I have country artist James Hollingsworth and Molly Lovette, whose brand new single, Fixin Too, has been making waves since it was released in February. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
How did you guys come together for this duet? I mean, your voices, first of all, sound amazing together, but how did this happen?
Thank you. Yeah, so we actually didn't even know each other before this song. We've only known each other a couple months now. The song was sent to me first by Brian over at Big Mac Entertainment. Sent it over, and I immediately recognized the songwriters. They're actually some friends of mine here in Nashville, Nate Kenyon, Logan Crosby, and J. Michael Harder. And I fell in love with the song, like first time hearing it. I knew I wanted to hopefully be a part of it. And Brian had asked if I would just send back like an acoustic version of just me and my guitar singing through the song. And I was like, easy, done, yes. Let me know what you think. And so I sent that to him, and then they had sent that over to James. And I didn't know all of this was going on kind of behind the scenes.
And then James, did you know these guys as well?
Yeah, I knew the same cats, and they kind of fished it to me in a way of what do you think, and it was a really good song.
I want to talk about where the song originated, right? Because I know you said your friends created this, but it really is an anthem, right? For like chasing your dreams. I mean, can you guys talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, I mean, the story behind the song is what drew me to it so much. I mean, the whole song is about two people who don't know each other. They're strangers, and they meet in this bar, and they just recognize this sadness, like this hurt inside of each other. They know that they're both separately going through something, and that, you know, it's probably better to go through that together. And so they, you know, get to talking or whatever it is, and kind of help mend and fix each other's broken hearts.
I love that. And then I know that, James, you have a classical and jazz background as well. So did you kind of put your own spin on the song?
Not exactly. I just, when I went to go insert myself into it, you can tell just by the note placement and rhythm, kind of feels like a saxophone.
I love James's voice on this song, the rasp that he has, and I think it totally kind of brings the song to another level.
And what are your plans for 2025? Because I know you guys have been promoting this on the radio. I mean, it's got to be so exciting to hear this on the radio, but what are your plans for this for 2025?
Yeah, we just got done with the first leg of the radio tour for Fixin Too, which was my first radio tour. So it was incredible. We got to live on a tour bus for a week and hit all the different stations. So we're really hopeful that we'll get to do some more radio tours for the song, and it'll keep climbing the charts. But we're also solo artists. So I'm putting out my own music. I know James is doing the same. I've been in the studio a ton the past couple of months, and been writing a ton. So kind of I'll just keep writing and narrowing down what songs I want to put out there, and playing shows, the whole thing.
Well, yeah, and James, I was going to ask you too, because you have songs coming out too, right? You've got new music coming out that you're promoting.
We've got about a handful of songs coming out of there. My first experience in Nashville was beginning on finishing my album. And that's when I met Molly, and we went back up there another time, and I think we'll probably have the entire album done within the next month. And I'm really curious to see where that will take us, because I went from recording in a closet to recording in Warner Brothers Chapel, so it's a pretty big turnaround.
Wow, that is so exciting. And how is it like now with having these chart toppers, right? I mean, how does that feel for you guys? It's got to be like so exciting.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we've both been at it for a while. I moved to Nashville about 4.5 years ago, but I've been singing and gigging since I could talk pretty much. I was playing coffee shops growing up and turned into eventually bars and wineries, and been writing since I was little. I recorded my first song when I was in second grade. I got to go into a recording studio and record. So we've been working hard for a long time, and this is just kind of, at least for me, reaffirming like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track. This is all paying off.
Well, we're just north of Waco. It's a little town called West. It's a really big check on a lot of bars, and we always grew up with dance halls and honky tonks and Western music. yeah, as a kid, it was just second nature. It was a place for people to hang out. You probably would show up uh, and kids playing outside in the dirt. I said that I learned how to rollerblade at the First Baptist of Tokyo, which is a little farming community just west of town that we grew up in. We had our own bar and a Baptist church, and it was about community. The When we got into doing it as adults, it was more along the lines of you would spend X amount of money, but if you picked up a guitar, you're already there. You didn't have to be great. They would pay you to do the show. And it seemed like a feasible business of being able to make $50 to pay the tab. And then we started going down the road, and it seemed like we could actually do more than just pay for the tab then.
Okay, I have to ask you guys, do you have any advice for inspiring artists?
I have two, I guess. Two of my greatest pieces of advice that I've been given that I hold on to is, one, to surround yourself with people that support you and believe in you. It's really hard, especially when you're young, to have total faith in yourself and your talents and put yourself out there. And so if you are surrounded by people that are constantly, showing you support and love and all of that, then that's gonna eventually kind of break through, and you're gonna want to show the world what you got. And then my other piece of advice is to just don't give up. Eventually something's going to happen for you. Something's going to work out. Just keep going. It's bound to happen.
I would say along the same lines as not giving up is being able to breathe, because for us, we've lost 10 times to every one good step that we've ever made. And when that happens to you enough, you shut down and you take things really seriously. And I would say just breathe. Maybe today's not your day, but I didn't think yesterday was my day. And then I would say that you can't forget the reason why you started singing in the first place.
I want to ask you, because you both have shows going on too, right? Upcoming shows.
Yeah.
So can we find out where you're playing and what's happening?
Totally. If you want to come to one of my shows, they are all on my website, which is mollylovette.com. And all the links to my music, they're on all the streaming platforms, my socials, Instagram, all that fun stuff is all on the website, Molly Lovette.
Love it. And James, what do you have coming up?
We have a couple fairs coming up next couple months. You can find any show that we're doing outside of some acoustic stuff. You can find that all on the website, jameshollingsworthmusic.com, and it should have everything for you.
You guys, I just want to say congratulations on all your success. I'm so happy. I was so glad to talk to you. I've been following you. I can't wait to follow your journey. And we'll have all the links up so everybody can go to your Instagrams and your websites and see where you guys are going to be next.
Amazing. Thank you, Cindy. So nice to meet you.
To find out where you can see these amazing artists, you can go to mollylovette.com and jameshollingsworthmusic.com. Make sure to follow them on Instagram. For more of these stories, head over to the website, thepulsesd.com. Make sure you're following us on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun at The Pulse SD. That's going to do it for today's episode. We'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego.